Welcome to another episode of the Plant-Based Jan Adventure Series. It's easy to eat healthy at home. I'm here to show you it can be done on the road too, like on the road in Utah. Today we're going to the Burr Trail. For someone who's done a lot of scenic driving and 4x4ing, primarily on the West Coast and Pacific Northwest, it may have been fate that one of the first major drives we did in Utah was the famous Burr Trail. It blew us away, like it does everybody. In October of 2021, going a little stir crazy because of the Pando, we did it for the first time, and I made a video, got good response. On that first time trip, we went from Boulder to Bullfrog. Like everybody, we wanted to get back to the Burr Trail. I figured, let's go the opposite direction. Let's go backward and do another video. Why not, right? It's another angle. You're going up the switchbacks, another perspective. You're going up instead of down. And any excuse to do the Burr Trail again is a good one. I'm going to call this part 2. We are back to the Burr Trail. A couple of reasons why. When I did the first video, you may have seen it, we were going the opposite direction. So this is a whole nother perspective. Before, when we did it, we went from the little town of Boulder, Utah into Reef National Park. This time we're going to go from the park into Boulder. So we're going kind of backwards. We're going to go up those switchbacks instead of down the switchbacks. Another reason is that this is spring. The seasons have changed. So this is spring. We did the video before in the fall. And the final reason is that southeast Utah and these scenic byways and the Burr Trail are just addictive.
The chains go free me. People like sheep move feet, heard it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they drive the chains, you can say no, free me.
The Burr Trail is over 60 miles of some of the most scenic, epic, absolutely breathtaking cool roads I've ever been on. A lot of people say the same thing, and some of it's paved, some of it's unpaved. Starting near Bullfrog, you cruise along the spine of Reef. From above satellite imaging, it looks like an earthen spine to me. I've never been in a satellite or looking down. I just use Google Earth, but it's actually called the Waterpocket fold. It's like a wrinkle in the earth. The color and the formation combinations are nature's art gallery, all different, all painted by a master. Whether you think of Mother Earth or God, it's certainly an otherworldly artist. Cruising by the spine of Reef, again, it's the Waterpocket fold. It's easy driving, some is paved and some's not. And you come to the base to where the elevation starts. There's a sign, you take that left, and that is the beginning of the switchbacks. We are going up the switchbacks. Here we have a very fit biker. We'll give him lots of room. He no doubt is channeling the energy from this scenery to his pedals as he begins to climb the elevation of these switchbacks. According to the Reef National Park staff, the switchbacks were blasted and bulldozed in the 1950s to allow for better vehicle access. They rise dramatically from Strike Valley below by several hundred feet. of the Burr Trail is the Switchbacks, and we're up on the top from way down there. When you drive the entire Burr Trail, you're going through 3 major park areas. The Glen Canyon National Recreation Area, that's where the Bullfrog Marina is, the Capitol Reef National Park, of course, and Grand Staircase-Escalante. Here it is right here, and this is the northern part of it. You can see we're on the easy part of the road right now. A lot of it is paved, and you go through sections where not as epic scenery, but a lot of juniper trees, and this is kind of towards the middle. So you've got a nice respite after the switchbacks, and you're still probably processing going up those switchbacks. So a nice little rest here with the paved road. In the highest elevation, about halfway between Boulder and Bullfrog, is a stretch of cold desert zone, and there's plenty of pinyon pine, juniper trees, sumac, and sagebrush. This zone is also home to deer, bobcats, and bighorn sheep. This Burr Trail, or Burr Trail Road, started as a trail by John Burr, who was driving his cattle down to the Colorado River. It was built into an official road at the beginning of the century. People with names like Lincoln Lyman, who lived in Boulder, Utah, cursed the trail, saying, quote, "The sand was bad enough that you'd back up, you'd take a run on it, and maybe you'd get 20 feet, maybe 100 feet, and you'd back up again and get another run on it." We're so thankful that the trail became a passable road for all of our trucks and RVs and SUVs. Even the RVs, shorter RVs, can do it at the top. Not the switchbacks, but up at the top.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test.
A lot of the Burr Trail is paved, so if you wanted to start from Boulder, you could easily do this trail and see a lot of the scenery and just turn around before the switchbacks, and that would be a great drive too. You can figure the total driving time from Bullfrog to Boulder is just under 3 hours, but that's really with no stops to speak of. If you really want to get off the beaten path and spend some time there and explore all the surroundings, there's a fantastic resource for you. It's a mile-by-mile driving map that's available on the National Park Service website. If you search for Driving the Burr Trail, it should come up. I'm also going to put the link to that page in my description below on this video. That page, that resource, shows all the boundary areas, the trailheads, the overlooks, the viewpoints, all the natural formations out there, the campground, so it's really a great resource. If you do plan to go hiking, the other thing to pick up is a more detailed map at the Capitol Reef Visitor Center, so that's going to provide a lot more information for you. There are a lot of other opportunities to view some of these formations, like the Brimhall Double Arch. It's a natural bridge. There's Surprise Canyon. There's Peekaboo Arch. There's also Singing Canyon. It's a quick and easy slot canyon, and it's known for its acoustical properties. That's just to name a few things that are available to go check out off of the Burr Trail. driving through this spectacular area called Glen Canyon. It's about 7 miles long. These sheer walls are stunningly smooth, and they're made even more dramatic with their height. They're hundreds of feet tall. And adding even more interest, you can see those black stripes are called desert varnish, and that is a combination of water and the environment. The trees in this area just love the water, and you can see they just glow green. They are so happy, and it's such a contrast with the orange backdrop. It's time for lunch, and one of my favorite things to do is buy one of those starter salad kits. I call it a starter salad kit because I'm going to add a lot to it. You can buy them in any grocery store in America in the produce aisle, and just look for something with all clean plant-based items, including the dressing in that kit. And I found a tangerine crispy quinoa salad, and I add whatever complimentary shelf-stable ingredients I have to make it really hearty, super delicious. In this case, I added a big ripe avocado, rinsed chickpeas, sweet onions, cilantro, another can of drained oranges. So you just want to make it super delicious and super hearty. We're passing through these light-colored Navajo sandstones that have been rounded into hard, petrified domes and hills. Millions of years ago, these actually were sand dunes. You notice my name is not just Jan, it's plant-based Jan, and here's why. Years ago, I started studying the research about best longevity diets, best diets to beat all of our common chronic diseases and symptoms, and I found a mountain. I had to dig, but I found a mountain of data about plant-based diets, and I'm one of these people that's striving for both quality and quantity of life. So I want lots of energy, I want lots of years to enjoy this incredible world. Oh, and I need some energy to hike, because you've got to hike to get to some of these places. The sun is starting to drop as we come back to Boulder. We could just flip a U and go back to Bullfrog again. Here's the iconic country corner. So this is either going to be at the beginning of your Burr Trail. This is the turnoff from Highway 12, or for us, it was the end. We're done. We're back at scenic Highway 12 right behind me. That way to Bryce Canyon, Escalante, and that way to Capitol Reef National Park. We'll see you next time. Thanks so much for coming along, and if you have any thoughts or questions at all, be sure to leave me a comment. If you subscribe, you'll know when I'm doing my next video. You can all enjoy this greatest adventure we call life.
Don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me.